We are on the way to go pick up some ghost shrimp. So I've never fed ghost shrimp to my polypterus before, at least not this group. I used to feed it to my Delhaises and whatnot, and they used to hunt them down pretty well. So I'm wondering what it'll look like with the more aggressive lower jaw species. And then another thing is I've never fed ghost shrimp to the Anabas, or have I ever fed it to the Ode pike. I'm thinking that the Ode pike will pick off these ghost shrimp pretty quickly, and the Anabas as well. For the bikers, I'm thinking that they'll just kind of lay there, or they're probably gonna eat them all at night. So I'm not really expecting too much from my bikers, but I am expecting a lot from the Ode and the Anabas. I imagine right when they hit the water, they're gonna start eating and start going for it. When it comes to feeding live, there isn't too many live fish I like to feed. As you may or may not know, I have an aquarium in the house that's just filled with feeder guppies. These were the guppies that I used for the breeding project, and they're still in that aquarium, and I refuse to use them to feed my fish. First off, my fish are mainly polypterus. Although they do hunt, they usually hunt at night, and I'm not gonna lie and say that I don't like watching my predator fish eat fish. I'm just not gonna see it. They're most likely gonna kill them all at night, and I wouldn't see it anyways. And I know that they're not gonna put out energy to go catch these little fish when they can just wait around for a pellet or two. And the second is the Ode pike. For Characins just like this, it's kind of hard to train them off of live foods. So giving them live foods after getting one that's trained to eat pellets is kind of counterproductive. And for the Anabas, he just kind of imitates what the bikers do and just lay there. So these fish aren't really the best fish to watch when it comes to hunting. I'd say if you're gonna feed live fish to certain fish, cichlids are really fun to watch. Faster and aggressive Characins are fun to watch. Arowanas are fun to watch. But for my fish, I'd rather give them no option for live fish. I mean, I'm definitely not against feeding your fish live foods. Why the hell do you think I got predator fish? If you're gonna feed your fish live foods, make sure you get it from a safe and reliable source. You don't want to get goldfish from like Petco and PetSmart. Those fish are usually filled with parasites. You want to get ghost shrimp from PetSmart and Petco. From my best understanding, ghost shrimp can only carry parasites that can affect other invertebrates. So we're gonna go ahead and get some ghost shrimp, see how they do hunting these guys down, and if they like it, then we'll go ahead and get more. But if not, we'll just stick to pellets and stuff. You hear that? They're kicking.
So we just got home. I just turned on the light. All the bikers are waking up, and the Ode is out looking for food. He picks stuff off the ground all the time. And this is actually after a water change. I water changed yesterday, and my fish have a tendency of pooping right after a water change. For new fish, I like to acclimate them here in my sump because I know the water temperature is the same, and I'd rather not float anything that's kind of big in the aquarium because it kind of freaks the fish out. And floating them here is not too bad because this specific area isn't too bright. Over here there's a big light, so it shines a huge light into the bag, and I feel like it messes with the fish. So with feeder shrimp, I always acclimate them. I don't just throw them into the aquarium because the aquarium water that they came from might be significantly more cold than my water, and I don't want the shrimp to go into shock before I actually feed them to the fish. Just like any other fish, I would acclimate them before putting them into the aquarium.
Alright, so we're ready to feed. I have the ghost shrimp fished out of their pet store water and put it into my water in this little jar. And what makes it nice is with this jar, I can just pour the whole thing into the aquarium without having to worry about shrimp getting stuck in the bag. And now we're gonna go ahead and pour it in and see what happens.
All right, so all the shrimp are in. I have about 25, and the movement kind of startled the bikers, but yeah, to see if they're going kind of crazy. So let's see if they do anything. I don't even know if they can smell the shrimp or even know the shrimp are there. Oh, here we go. Like, I've been just walking around in front of his face. What's on top of his head? Maybe I have to get a longer range lens or something. What the hell? Wow. Wow. So this was a complete fail. I thought that the bikers would hunt them down, but I know exactly what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen is the bikers are gonna eat them all at night. I watched the O try to eat some gill shrimp, completely failed at it. You can obviously tell that this fish does not hunt, and a novice didn't even care. These fish seeing live shrimp in the tank, it's kind of out of the norm for them to hunt them down. This is kind of the reason why I like giving my predators live foods, is because they kind of lose their skill at hunting. I can't really blame the bikers because I know they naturally hunt at night, so I kind of had a feeling that they were going to do this, just kind of sit there and do nothing. But the Ode pike, I'm really surprised he wasn't able to get any, and a novice, I'm very surprised he wasn't able to get any. But on the bright side, if the bikers don't eat all the gill shrimp, at least I have a good cleanup crew in and around the tank. The biker feeding took so long that I went to go eat dinner with my girlfriend and got some boba and also took a nap. So let's see how many shrimp are left. So just turn the lights on. Every time I turn the lights on, the fish go crazy. It's all the same. Let's see what's up. So we have some shrimp right here. One right there, one right there. Oh, we have a lot here actually. Oh, there's some right here. There's some on the heater. There's one right here. So it's safe to say that I probably wouldn't feed gill shrimp in this aquarium again. They don't really get that excited, and they show way more enthusiasm when it comes to eating pellets and whatnot. So I'm probably just gonna do that. What was supposed to be feeders for these guys ended up being tank mates for them. I have a whole bunch on top of that power head, and some hanging out in the back, and a lot actually just kind of hanging out in the corners right here. So since these guys aren't eating the gill shrimp, I took a handful out and put it into this project here. This was the algae refugium project that I had, but I went ahead and took all that moss out and put in some Monte Carlo plants. Monte Carlo is a pretty popular carpeting plant that's easy to grow. It's known for being a plant that doesn't require CO2, but it'll still carpet. So I went ahead and bought some Aquasolum substrate from Seachem and 1 or 2 plants of Monte Carlo. Broke it down and planted it in this little container. It still flows in the same style, inlet from the main aquarium and flows back into the main aquarium. But what I did was I went ahead and put some of the gill shrimp in here just to kind of clean up the debris that builds up in this refugium. I'm hoping that since the water is so low and shallow,
that the Monte Carlo wouldn't have any issues with getting light from this little mini LED light right here. I've had good success with Monte Carlo, and I've had to actually carpet out a 10-gallon aquarium. I didn't use CO2 or dose any kind of CO2 products. It was just Monte Carlo in substrate, and then it eventually carpeted out the whole bottom. At first it looks like they're all in a really small enclosure, but in reality they're getting their water from this main tank, and it's being filtered by that K1 sump. So it's not too bad. We also went ahead and put some ghost shrimp in here too, which is my goldfish tank. I think I put like 1 or 2 in here, but I don't think the goldfish will be able to eat them. They're just going to be in there to help clean up the debris on the bottom of the aquarium. Goldfish are pretty simple. As long as you provide them enough room, they'll just be swimming, and they'll just be enjoying their time. And they eat all this duckweed that's here. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a little bit more of a fail than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like crazy biker action and whatnot. But now we know that feeding ghost shrimp to my bikers is probably not going to be as exciting as we thought it was going to be. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace, guys.